I believe in nothing but concrete material objects.
There are many of your opinions I applaud, but one of your less pleasing characteristics is your fondness for the doctrines of nominalism and materialism. Every time you get started on any such topic, I know we are in for a long argument. Where shall we start this time? Numbers, colors, lengths, sets, force fields, sensations, or what?
Fictions all. I've thought hard about every one of them.
A long evening's work. Before we start, let me find you a snack. Will you have some crackers and cheese?
Thank you. What splendid Gruyere.
You know, there are remarkably many holes in this piece.
There are.
Got you. You admit there are many holes in that piece of cheese. Therefore, there are some holes in it. Therefore, there are some holes. In other words, holes exist. But holes are not made of matter. To the contrary, they result from the absence of matter.
I did say that there are holes in the cheese, but that is not to imply that there are holes.
However not. If you say that there are A's that are B's, you are committed logically to the conclusion that there are A's.
When I say that there are holes in something, I mean nothing more nor less than that it is perforated. The synonymous shape predicates, such and such is perforated, and there are holes in such and such, just like any other shape predicate, say, such and such is a dodecahedron, may truly be predicated of pieces of cheese, without any implication that perforation is due to the presence of occult immaterial entities. I am sorry my no-scent predicate confuses you, by sounding like an idiom of existential quantification, so that you think that inferences involving it are valid, when they are not. But I have my reasons. You, given a perforated piece of cheese, and believing as you do, that it is perforated, because it contains immaterial entities called holes, employ an idiom of existential quantification to say falsely, there are holes in it. Agreeable fellow that I wish to have a sentence that sounds like yours and that is true exactly when you falsely suppose your existential quantification over immaterial things to be true. That way we could talk about the cheese without philosophizing, if only you'd let me. You and I would understand our sentences differently, but the difference wouldn't interfere with our conversation, until you start drawing conclusions which follow from your false sentence, but not from my homonymous true sentence.
Oh, very well. But behold, there are as many holes in my piece of cheese as in yours. Do you agree?
I'll take your word for it without even counting. There are as many holes in mine as in yours. But what I mean by that is that either both pieces are singly perforated, or both are doubly perforated, or both are triply perforated, and so on.
What a lot of different shape predicates you know. However did you find time to learn them all? And what does, and so on, mean?
Let me just say that the two pieces are equally perforated. Now I have used only one two-place predicate.
Unless I singly perforate each of these crackers, how will you say that there are as many holes in my cheese as crackers on my plate? Be so kind as not to invent another predicate on the spot. I am quite prepared to go on until you have told me about all the predicates you have up your sleeve. I have a good imagination, and plenty of time.
Oh, dear. I was wrong. There are holes.
You recant?
No. Holes are material objects.
I expected that sooner. You are thinking, doubtless, that every hole is filled with matter, silver amalgam, air, interstellar gas, luminiferous ether, or whatever it may be.
No. Perhaps there are no truly empty holes, but I cannot deny that there might be.
How can something utterly devoid of matter be made of matter?
You're looking for the matter in the wrong place. I mean to say, that's what you would be doing, if there were any such things as places, which there aren't. The matter isn't inside the hole. It would be absurd to say it was. Nobody wants to say that holes are inside themselves. The matter surrounds the hole. The lining of a hole, you agree, is a material object. For every hole there is a hole lining. For every hole lining there is a hole. I say the hole lining is the hole.
Didn't you say that the hole lining surrounds the hole? Things don't surround themselves.
Holes do. In my language, surrounds, said of a hole, described as such, means, is identical with. Surrounds, said of other things, means just what you think it means.
Doesn't it bother you that your dictionary must have 2 entries under surrounds, where mine has only 1?
A little, but not much. I'm used to putting up with such things.
Such what's?
Such dictionary entries. They are made of dried ink, you recall.
Oh. I suppose you'll also say that. Such and such as, in, so and so, or such and such as, through, so and so, said of a whole, means such and such as, part of, so and so.
Exactly so.
Then do you still say that, there are holes in the cheese, contains an unanalyzed shape predicate synonymous with, such and such as perforated?
No, it is an existential quantification, as you think it is. It means that there exist material objects such that they are holes, and they are parts of the piece of cheese.
But we wouldn't say, would we, that a hole is made out of cheese?
No, but the fact that we wouldn't say it doesn't mean it isn't true. We wouldn't have occasion to say, unless philosophizing, that these walls are perpendicular to the floor, but they are. Anyhow, we do say that caves are holes in the ground, and that some of them are made out of limestone,